Well, thank you.
All right, we're going to head over to Steve's last resolution. He has the Washington Mystics for his final resolution. Steve, hit us with it.
All right, finally, the Washington Mystics. This was an extremely tough one for some reason because I was trying to think. Often when I do these, I try to pick one that's kind of fun. I couldn't really figure one out. So that didn't happen. I tried to do something Converse related with Natasha Cloud, except she did just in June of last year roll out her own custom shoe, Pro BB, pedal to the metal. It's a cool floral print, abstract piece, awesome shoe. That didn't quite work out. I wanted to do something with Pax the Panda, their mascot, but Pax is pretty dope. So we're going to stay nuts and bolts with this one. And it kind of comes in two parts. Washington needs to make sure that they've secured a deal with Alicia Clark. She's not technically listed on the roster as of now. I believe online she's listed as a free agent when looking up. Make sure that happens because I think one key piece to making this work, first and foremost with Washington, a healthy Washington roster as is will propel this team to the playoffs, if not further. They have the pieces there. They haven't been able to play as a unit since they won the championship in 2019, and they haven't really gotten to see any of Clark and what she can add to the roster. But secure the rights to Alicia Clark, and to add to that, Alicia Clark, I want to see you make a huge splash in your return to the league and your debut in Washington. Why not get out there and get yourself a DPOY? Alicia Clark for Defensive Player of the Year as the impetus for potentially contender savvy, healthy Washington Mystics. All the good juju over to them. So there's your Mystics prediction. Make sure Clark's on the roster. Clark, get out there and be the defensive superstar we know you can be. Get yourself some hardware. And there you have it.
All right. Can I just say, I am here for all of the Alicia Clark content. I she might be my favorite player in the league. And has been for the last several seasons. It's hard to say because obviously she didn't play last year, so it was like, but literally, if I was starting a team, Alicia Clark would be my first like fan grab, right? Like she
Yeah.
may not be my first pick overall if I'm building the team from like a GM standpoint, but from like a Kyle Haywood personal like likability standpoint, Alicia Clark might go number one. I love
Yeah.
Alicia Clark, so I'm here for all that content. And yes, Steve, let's have her get that Defensive Player of the Year. She's so phenomenally stellar on that end of the court. I'm absolutely blown away that she's not the front runner every season for that. She can guard 1 through 5 and does a fantastic job, absolutely shutting things down. Obviously missed last season with injury. I want to see her come back full force and absolutely lock some people down in the league this season. So I'm here for all of that. Jason, what do you think?
I completely agree with both of you. I think that's a good call out. I would love to see it go that direction with her getting Defensive Player of the Year. Um, but yeah, I mean, he alluded to health issues that Washington has been playing with, and I'm kind of tired of Washington faithful, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but just saying like, oh, well, when the team's healthy, we're going to be competitive, and building yourself around Clark or whoever is a great way to say, hey, look, we're Elena Deladon is awesome, and when she's healthy, she's a game changer for us. But let's build our team around the people who maybe are a little bit more sure for this year, and let's make the run now. And I think that's a good way to do it. Obviously, like you said, you got to get her on contract, get her signed, so that way you're not worried about that. And yeah, I mean, if she can pull off Defensive Player of the Year, I'm all for it. I would love to